Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy, and I'm coming at you today with kind of a hodgepodge of random. And I think it's because, well, for one, I'm feeling random, and oh, there we go. I'm feeling random. Two, I have just a bunch of different little things. And three, because I can. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. But we're going to start with, I got some of these lovely ink samples from a pen friend. And it was so sweet of her to send these. These are from Bailey. She also sent me, I cannot believe it, she sent me the rest of her bottle of the Robert Oster's Coffee Monsters Co. Day to Night. I just could not believe it. I'm going to leave this out of this video because I am currently in the middle of filming this one, looking at comparisons and trying to find a couple dupes for it. So look out for that one, but I'm going to do that as well. But these are the other ones we she actually said she'd send me a sample of that Day to Night. And I said, oh, I'd love that. And then so she sent me a bunch of other inks because she sent me her cool little fountain pen ink database on some website. And I'm sure you all who have been in the hobby forever know of the website. I forgot what it was called, but I'm going to get that set up for myself. That's one of the reasons I'm setting up all of my ink and kind of going through it all, is so that I can set it up in there, and then we can, say, hey, let's exchange, because I really like exchanging. So that is what I'm going to do here, and I already have my page set up, and it says Happy Mail from Bailey. Where did my clip go? I was looking behind me trying to find my clip, of course. And there's one right here. I already had one. Oh well. I like the kitty anyway. All right, and then so today, to preface before I do that, I want to say I also just got this. This is the Pilot. It's called the Iro Utsushi dip pen. I love my Hokoro. I am still trying to figure out what my favorite dip pen system is, and I do love my Hokoros. I also really like my Kakimori and my Colorverse one, but I have been kind of having a love relationship with my Kakunos lately. Yeah, these are all inked for a project, but they're all inked right now because I'm playing with them. And I mean, they don't have that much ink in them because I am just using them for a project, but yeah, so I decided that I wanted to get one of these. Atlas had them in stock, so I decided to grab it. And it's just got a fine nib. Nothing special, but it is the steel Pilot nib, and I was very excited about that. So I've seen other people use it. I just wanted to try it out because I like trying out different things. And yeah, I thought about getting a Hokoro dip nib with the fine because I only have a medium and the Fude and one of the stubs, but I decided to go with this one just because then I have a little bit of different, and I can tell you my thoughts on which one I like more and kind of explain why. But anyway, I have, like always, my little cocktail stirrer that I got on Amazon. This one, today, I'm using a bunny because look at how cute it is. I don't know if they still have this one in stock, but I love this bunny. The bunny is probably my favorite, which makes sense. And I also have some pens I found in a box that I've had for a while. So we're gonna open those up and look at them too. So we're gonna start here. What does she have here for me? This one is Dominant Industries Dawn, and I can't remember if I have this one or not, but you know what? I have it again, so let's swatch it. Oop, I'm making a mess. I also painted my nails, which is not something I do very often, and I put this matte coating on it from OPI. This matte top coat. If anybody has anybody ever used this? But all I want to do is just do this. Texture is fun. So if you catch me going like this, yes, I am feeling the texture of the top of my nails. Yeah. just so you all know, I am a texture fiend. I like my textures. Yeah, I'm weird. I know. So this one is Dawn. I saw that Dominant Industry has one out now, just came out, called Unicorn. Yeah, I have to try that. So that might be coming to me soon. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying not to buy inks, but oh, that one looks right up my alley. Right up my alley. Let me know. Do you think it's right up your alley too? Okay, so let's see here. Let's see how this dip nib works. Let me grab this too. Oh, I had one right underneath me. That's okay. So this one is Dominant Industries. Oh, yes. It feels just like a Pilot Kakuno nib, which that's what it is, but it feels like it. And I love, love, love how fine that is. And yes, okay, Dominant Industry Dawn. All right, I don't know if this one's my favorite, but right now I'm feeling this like super fine way of inking or writing. And so, yeah, we will also draw a picture of my new character. I'm working on developing her story. Who knows what she'll become, but I have almost an entire sticker sheet of her done. So I just have been in the mood to draw her. Her name is Penelope, and she's kind of a diva cat, but she's got more of a story. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So, but she really likes reading and yeah, and fashion and being cozy. So those are the things I know about her so far. Okay, this is lovely. This is, wow. So seeing pictures of the Dominant Industries Unicorn, this looks like it might be really similar, but this one might be a little darker, but I don't know. It's got this, it kind of reminds me of if Moonbeam Meadows by Ferris Wheel Press was just slightly more saturated. All right, the next one is Ink Institutes and Gourmet Pens Saskatoon Berry Pie. Oh, I've wanted to try this forever. Did I request this or did you just send this to me? Because I can't remember who had it. Somebody had this, Bailey, on their video, and I cannot remember if I requested, because I know I requested the Toasty Joggers, but I can't remember if I requested anything else. I'm so excited though. Oh my gosh. I wanted to try this because you never know, right? And it looks just right up my alley. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You are so generous. 5 milliliters? Goodness gracious. You did not need to do that. Yes. It is definitely, definitely right up my ink alley. That is a vivid, bold magenta, but it's almost brighter than my other magentas. I don't know, I can't explain it, but very excited to try this one. Ink Institute. And Gourmet Pens. Oh, it's so pretty. Saskatoon Berry. Ooh. Also, this might be my favorite dip nib that I've gotten so far. I am really enjoying it. Am I blurry? Okay. Been having some what do you call focus issues with my camera, so I apologize if yeah. So let's get little Miss Penelope in a different pose. She's kind of looking over her shoulder. I had kind of an idea of her looking over her shoulder and kind of being annoyed by everything around her. Ooh, I need a little bit more ink. Oh, I like that. So I like some of them. My Kakamori I like when I'm getting really big, bold lines, but I want one where I can actually see what it would look like if I wrote with it, which I think is important for both the things that I do, is that I have both. So yeah. Oh goodness, this Penelope looks a little derpy, but that's okay. And yeah, there's still ink, like ink right in here, but not on the nib itself. All right, well, you know what? There, she's a little derpy for that one, and that's okay. Oh, speaking of derpy, my sons and I are going to see the K-pop Demon Hunters sing-along this weekend, and we got shirts. They wanted derpy, so, or my one son wanted derpy, my other son wanted the Saja Boys. So we all have different shirts, but one's got Saja Boys, one's got derpy, and then I, of course, had to have Huntrix. So very excited. We're gonna sing. My husband didn't want to go. I don't know why he wouldn't want to go with us and sing along with us, but he's had to watch the movie as we've had to, and we have been listening to the soundtrack nonstop. So I mean, he's just stuck with it, even if he doesn't want to come. Oh, where did I put that? All right, there. This one is my first pen BBS, and this one is rose quartz. I've been really interested in pen BBS to see how they work, because I think sometimes the Chinese branded inks kind of have more color depth and, I don't know, more chroma shading. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I just hit my camera, so that was really smart. All right, so this one is pen BBS. And this one's rose quartz. Yes, rose quartz. Interesting that this is rose quartz. Huh. All right, I need to dip again. Okay, that's the only thing. I really like the feeds on my Sailor ones because they last a little longer, so I can actually get some writing done with them. Okay. See, I think that sometimes these inks from the Chinese companies tend to go down one color and really dry another color. And got to get her singing, just because I was just talking about singing. Maybe she's in a choir. I feel like that's too close to home. I was in choir all through high school and middle school. I was in the really, really fancy choirs at my school, like concert choir and the chamber choir. And I don't sing much anymore except just to have fun, but I really loved it. We got to go and hear the San Francisco Girls Chorale back in high school. That was amazing. I thought that was so cool. Yeah. I do sometimes miss it. Wish they had more choir or like more singing opportunities just to like get together and sing, not for anything. I don't want to, I really don't want to, you know, sing and then go perform. I just want to sing with people. So I don't know. I used to do karaoke, but I also don't want to go to a bar. So I just kind of struggle with that. But okay, rose quartz reminds me a lot of Waringul's Purgatorio. It is very similar as it's drying, but almost just a little bit more brown than Purgatorio. Very, very interesting. And now I don't know if Bailey watched my video and decided to send this one to me, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to swatch it, but I did find my my sample of this, and this one is Waringul's A Little Princess. And now I'm really excited because I actually really enjoy this ink. So now I have plenty and I will never have to buy a bottle because I enjoy it. I don't think I want a bottle because I like Waringul's A Dream Within a Dream just a little bit better. so pretty. I just really like this ink a lot. I should put this in a pen, but I just put Dream Within a Dream in a pen, and I'm trying to stick to one color in each, like Roy G. Biv. So, and this is Wearing Ghoul, a little princess. And somebody told me to watch the movie, so I'm going to. I promise. I'm watching the movie. I just haven't yet. Maybe, let's see here. Maybe we will give her a crown. I'm not really great at crowns. Or like really pretty tiara, but there, that kind of looks like a goblin crown. I don't know, but we'll go with it. Penelope likes playing dress up, even though she's an adult. She likes to pretend she's a princess because she acts like one. Maybe, I don't know. She's much cuter when I actually don't just doodle her. Her little, because she's like one of those really furry cats. And she is kind of an off-white cream color, like with that hint of orange. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but that is her. And then maybe we'll give her a choker like Cinderella, because she always wanted to be Cinderella when she was young. I don't know. I'm going with it. I drew her once and then started, I drew her once as just a random cat character, and now I'm coming up with this whole idea of her. So you get to see her first before I even figure out who she is. Okay, and Saskatoon Berry Pie, holy smokes. It is drying so pretty. Oh, I don't know if anybody knows, and I might look it up after the video. Is this one a special edition ink? Ooh, because I'm going to have a hard, if that one's a special edition ink, I'm going to have a hard time not running and seeing if they still have a bottle, because, yeah, that one, Dawn is really pretty too. Okay, I like those. Okay, here we go. What's the next one? I don't know what this one is. This is Birmingham Pen Co. Byzantine. I think I sent her, oh yes, I did. Bailey, I sent you back if you don't know, because I just went off your list. I sent you Birmingham Pen Co.'s chlorophyll, because I was giggling at myself still for thinking chlorophyll was chloroform. Yeah. I don't know what this color is, but we're going to find out. We will find out together. Byzantium. What is Byzantium? That sounds kind of like some sort of mineral. Oh, that is a deep, moody, almost black gray. And okay, it'll be interesting to see what color this dries down to, because Birmingham Pen Co. inks dry down so different. Okay, so we'll BPC Byzantium. They are so lubricated though. I love how well they write. Okay, let's see here. Sometimes my brain can't decide how I want to doodle. And so, here we go. Have I decided that she has 3 on each side? I don't know if that's what I did in the first couple pictures, but that's what I'm doodling. So it's a good idea to think about. This is almost a black. I don't use a lot of blacks. So this is kind of a nice one, because it's almost, it's definitely a more gray, but it's black enough that, and lubricated enough that it might be one that I could put in the pen for important purposes. I don't know. Do I have important purposes? I don't know. But I did see there's 20 pen questions. I'm going to have to do that, and then we'll talk more about that. Okay. Look at that. So pretty. I like that. I don't know if I quite asked for that or if she just sent that. That's really nice. I can't remember what I asked for, if I asked for anything. I like ink. Tanzanite Sky. I don't know when this one came out with Ferris Wheel Press, but this one, Tanzanite. So, fun fact, you will be seeing it in the next couple days. And now I'm wondering if I need to redo my video because I got the Benus Tessera, or Tessera, however it's pronounced. I got the Benus Tessera in Tanzanite, and I want to see if this color will look great for it. Because I have a Tanzanite from Dominant Industry that I was kind of like meh on for it, but oh my gosh. Hello. I don't remember what I put in that pen. I think I put Ackerman's Vorhoot Violet. But yeah, I'm working on the video right now. So that is beautiful. Maybe I'm going to change the ink. Oh, Tanzanite Sky. And spoiler, I am in love with the Tessera model. It may be taking over as one of my top favorites. It's great. Ooh, so maybe I'm gonna put her head kind of over here. So she's kind of, and I think I'm gonna make these a little flatter on this side. I don't know, going with it. I'm really not great with squash and squish, or whatever they call that, the skewing and perspective. I'm still getting better at it. It was always hard in my animation classes when we did the pencil bounce, or with not pencil, when we did the ball bounce. I always struggled. But I'm gonna put her on kind of a cloud, so it's like she looks like her head's in the sky. Your head is in the clouds, Missy. Wake up and smell the bacon. I don't know what that is, what that was, but that's yeah. All right. Last ink sample. Oh, these are such good colors, and that Byzantium definitely dries down definitely gray. So that one's beautiful. All right, the last one is, I saved this one for last because this is the one I was really excited about, and this is the Amarillo. I think is how you would say it. I'm really bad at Spanish pronunciations. Oh man, my EL students would sit and laugh at me. I even asked one, I said, yo buddy, I go, are you guys making fun of me in Spanish? And he like turned beet red and then said, no, Mrs. Cool. I said, it's okay. I said, make fun of me all you want. I make fun of me too. And he just giggled. I said, I can't pronounce these words. This is hard for me. So said, I know English is hard, but Spanish for me is hard too. So we can help each other. He giggled at me, but we got real close after that. So this is pretty. But yeah, so I do make fun of myself because I cannot pronounce things to save my life. I try. Gosh, I had a student, I don't even know where this was Toasty Joggers, yes. I don't know where he was from, but his name was so hard to pronounce. And it took me 2 weeks, and he had given up. And I finally got it. And he was like, yes, Mrs. Cool, that's right. And I spent so much time trying to get his name right. I even went online and used those, I don't know what you call it, those translators, and tried to, and kept repeating it over and over and over. So it takes me a while. So just make fun of me all you want. I make fun of me. But then I feel like if you're going to ask for grace when you're trying to pronounce something, have grace back. So I usually am pretty patient with things like that, because my maiden last name was always mispronounced. So I giggle, but you know, in fairness, when my grandpa came over from his country of Italy, he came over in the 1800s. Yes, my grandpa. My dad was really old, and his dad was really old when he had him. When he came over from Italy, he took a name but didn't know how to spell it, so he misspelled it. So always was pronounced wrong, but that's okay. And I am drawing her like this so I can draw some toasty joggers on her. You gotta have the little leg band that's kind of squishy to have joggers. I feel like, you know, the what do you call it, the elastic banding on the bottom. And I want to color in the jogger. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. This is getting in a pen for next week. I knew I would. I've seen so many different people swatching this, and I thought, oh, that's my kind of brownish, goldish, yellowish color. And it's definitely kind of like a yellowy ochre. I love yellow ochre. It's one of my favorite colors. Also, I have no idea what I was just talking about, so I know I was talking about names and pronunciations and how bad I am. Just, yeah. Sometimes I ramble, and then I'm like, what did I just say? Anybody else do that? I ramble a lot. And my son came home last night and was rambling too, and my husband goes, goodness, hello, I'm pretty sure he has ADHD too. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure too, my dear. It runs rampant in my family. There's not many people who don't have it. And so one of our kids was bound to get it. And he's showing other signs just besides rambling, but it just made me giggle because he goes, my husband just kind of sighed and I said, yeah, there's two of us now. Congratulations. You procreated with me. Hee hee. But anyway, random. They started school today. My babies are getting old and I can't handle it, but that's okay. They like school. Or at least we've tried to get them to like school. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if I have Purgatorio back here, how far I have Purgatorio back here, because I know it's in this book. And I definitely want to compare that to that rose quartz. Let's see here. Wearing cool Purgatorio, where are you? I'm singing the song for it. I'm getting really close to finishing this book, and then you're all getting a tour, and I'm very excited. There's Purgatorio. Oh, maybe it's closer to Wearing Gold's White Rabbit. Actually, yeah. When you look at it, because there's Purgatorio. Purgatorio's darker and browner, at least in this it is. So, and then there's White Rabbit. It's much closer to White Rabbit. Huh, interesting. Well, I'm glad I have those on the same page because, yeah, I need to go back and I was doing 30 inks in 30 days and then, 30 inks in 15 days. And then, yeah, then the world kind of, it was in April. Was April bad? I don't think April was bad. I know June was, but you all probably haven't seen these because I haven't done any. I was just trying to, so what my plan is I'm going to go back and I had them all framed out like this for April and then I didn't finish them. So I'm going to go back and finish them, but I put a piece of tape over and the date 8 was June 16th. So I'm going to come back and do them. They're just going to be in, you know, not the chronological, but that's okay. That is okay. And so, yeah, so there are my inks that I just got from Bailey. Oh my gosh, Bailey, thank you so much. Look how pretty that one is. I really like Dawn. Dawn is, it's similar to a lot of my colors in this family, but I don't have anything exactly like this. So I'm excited to try that one out. Saskatoon Berry Pie does look a lot like my other magentas, but it is different too. This one, it looks like if I had it in a broader nib, it would have that really deep pink with a purple Purple Halo, which I love. Rose Quartz. I want to see how this compares in a pen with White Rabbit, because White Rabbit is sometimes hard to read, but I think looking at the drawing, this one might be easier to read. Ooh, I'm excited. And then Little Princess, which I already have, but I'm very, very happy because I could not find my sample, so it's nice. And my sample was actually pretty low, so that's nice. Byzantium. Byzantium is definitely a gray that I don't have, so I'm excited about that one. And Tanzanite Sky, lovely deep purple leaning blue, which reminds me of a purple indigo, which is probably an indigo, you know. And then Toasty Joggers. I love Toasty Joggers. It's a little bit more muted and green than it's showing up on the camera. I don't know what that would be like, but it's definitely a unique yellow ochre. So awesome. So that is those. And besides having, which this one doesn't have a feed, besides not having a feed and me having to dip it more often, I really like this. So I definitely am happy. This one doesn't look like I could replace the nib, which is okay. This one's $8, so it's not expensive, but it writes, of all the ones that I have, it writes, even my Sailor ones, it writes the most like a fountain pen. And Sailor does too, but not exactly. Like this feels like I'm literally writing with a Pilot Kakuno in a dip pen. And as you'll see in the beginning of my video that I'm working on with Day and Night, I actually used a Kakuno as a dip pen the other day, but the feed was there was water that was staying in the feed, so I just, you know, it wasn't working as well as I'd like it. It did work, but I had to do a lot of cleaning between each. But yeah, and then the back, they do, you know, when you do your swatches like that, they do bleed. You can see Carmilla, so there's that. Awesome. Okay, now I want to look at these pens. I ordered these. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Of course, our man was here, which is fine. But, so I have, sorry, excuse me. I have all these pens, and I can't remember if I ordered them on Amazon or if I ordered them on AliExpress. I had bought them months ago and then set them in a box and was going to do a video, and then I didn't do a video. So these are all really, really cheap pens. This one is the Zebra Sarasa Grand, which I think, where are they? They're like $5 or $10. I don't know, something like that. But I really liked the gel pen of this one that I got, this color. And so I wanted one that I could throw in my purse for when I need to sign documents and things, because I found that my fountain pens don't always work well with every paper. So I just wanted one that was kind of a nicer look and felt nice, and I liked this heaviness of this. So this one is a Sarasa Grand, and it's in the yellow, which I really enjoyed. Or is it gold? I don't remember what it's called. Where did I put the, oh my goodness, I can't even find where I set the box. Did I just like throw the box on the floor? Or no, I set it over here. And of course my desk is full of stuff. Camel yellow. So that's the Sarasa Grand in camel yellow. And I thought I wanted something for fun color, but something that will work on cheap printer paper that you have to sign for like school things. And this one, I liked that this one, you can refill it. So very excited about having that. It is nice, it is weighty, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this one on Amazon. I don't think I did this one on AliExpress, but there we go. Lovely, beautiful, excited. I'm kind of in a yellow phase right now. Toasty Jogger. Okay, now these ones are all gel pens, or not gel pens. That one's a gel pen. These ones are all fountain pens. So this one is the KaCo Edge, or KaCo, and I'm pretty sure this was under $10, which is why I went with it. But I do know it's before all of this tariff mess, so I have no idea what it would be now. But somebody said these pens were really good, and so I wanted to try it. It looks like it's an international cartridge. And I think somebody mentioned that this is a Schmidt nib. I don't know, but there are 2 cartridges in it. That does look like a standard international cartridge, but it looked kind of, to me, it kind of looked a little bit like a Lamy 2000. Definitely not as fancy as a Lamy 2000 by any means, but this one is a medium. I'm gonna take this thingy off. This one is a medium nib. I have no idea if it's any good or not, but what I want to do is, I have no idea where any of my converters are, but if it takes a standard cartridge, I can put one of my Schneider cartridges in it. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and it says it's it says it's made in Germany. It's a medium nib. And does this twist out of here? Oh yeah, it twists out. That does look like a complete Schmidt nib unit. Is this a Schmidt nib for under $10? I'm really excited if it is. And very tempted, if it is, to grab a couple more, because it's nice. It feels, so this looks sleek. It is light. It feels kind of like I'm holding one of the, but it feels like size-wise I'm holding something a little bit smaller than, say, a Pilot Metropolitan. I think, let's see here. No, it's a little bit bigger, longer, but heaviness, Pilot Metropolitan has a little bit of more weight because it's got that metal. So that's good to know. I pulled out Schneider Ice Blue, and let's see if it fits. So we're gonna find out if I'm correct, because it does look like it's just a Schmidt nib. So let's find out. Aha, it goes right in there. Yes, look at that. I just don't like black ink. Let's see, maybe. Sometimes when I'm starting a new pen, I'll just go like that. Okay, so this also clips. Just listen to this. That's really satisfying. And I will look and see if I can find the link for this online. And I don't know if you can find it on Amazon or if you can find it elsewhere, but I will look and see. And if I do find it, the link will be in the description. And if I can't find it, the link won't be there. But this one is not wanting to work, so maybe we don't even care, right? Because it's not wanting to come out. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got a line. Got a line. All right. And what ones was this one called again? Where did my box go? This is the KaCo Edge. Okay. It is a Schmidt nib. I can tell. I can always tell. I can feel it. KaCo. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh my gosh. KaCo Edge. Why did I wait this long to... KaCo Edge in a medium. And this one is this one just called black? It doesn't say. Edge fountain pen. K1034. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to call it black. Black finish. Oh. Hello. And you are Schneider Ink. Ice blue. Hello. Okay, if you didn't know, Schmidt nibs are one of my absolute favorite nibs. That's what Benu uses. This right here is plastic. It is literally for decoration, but this has a Schmidt nib, and I need to look it up, for under what I paid for this. This is great. So I'm going to pause here before we go into the next one. I'm going to look it up and see what I paid for this and where you can find it, because this is a nice purse pen. Yeah, wow. I'm going to just do a line. Would I want to write 5 pages with it like I do some of my more ergonomical, comfortable pens? No. But is this one that I can throw in my purse and not worry about? Yes. So excited. Okay, I did find find my order. This was $9.83 on AliExpress. I did find one on Amazon for $17, so I will link that one if you're interested. That one comes with a converter, so it is a little bit more expensive, but also with everything up in the air, I personally feel more comfortable buying from Amazon right now than AliExpress. But if you can wait and try, $9.83 for this. That's less than a KaCo. And I don't know, I'll have to, the jury's out if I like it more than the KaCo, but yes. Now this one says it's an Edge as well, but the box is really different. And this one says it's a fine, so I don't know what I have here, but this is another Edge, that's awesome, because I really, really like that one. Ooh, this one comes in a fancy box, so you never know what you're going to get on AliExpress, right? Am I right? It is the exact same. Oh, this one, I bet this is the one that is on Amazon. And I can't find this one. I wonder if I bought this from Amazon, because I only found the one when I looked. But this one's a brown. Oh, I like that. Brown with this gold plastic right here. And this one, I wonder if the nib is gold or silver. We're going to find out here, but I want to take this sticker off because that sticker annoys me. Only thing that I noticed, I'm going to have to take something and figure this out, but the residue of the sticker, if you can see it, leaves that. That drives me crazy. But that's a nice little box. Isn't that nice? That's really nice. I will probably end up using this for odds and ends. Or like if I send out a pen to a pen friend. But I like having these, like I've mentioned before, I like having these really low-cost pens in my collection for multiple reasons, because then I can just kind of, I don't feel bad if I lose them. But you know, I don't lose that many pens. I've lost one this year. So, and that one was kind of a spendy one. That was one of my Tom's Studio. So I haven't even lost my, oh, it is gold. Look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, so losing them, but I also really like to be able to penable other people. Yeah, it's got just a standard converter. You know what? I've got Toasty Jogger right here. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to try that in a pen anyway, so I do like that brown a lot. I'm so glad that I don't have that many pens inked right now, because yeah, I forgot that I honestly forgot that these were there. I think I bought them at the time of the end of my long term back in March, so that long ago. And I think I bought them just to replace some of the old Jinhao 82s that I had given away. And so I've had them a while. Oh, this one is a finer nib. What is that? That's a fine. That feels like an extra fine. An extra fine Schmidt. This is KaCo Edge. Definitely so far prefer the medium nib, but that's just, I prefer medium nibs. Fine, and this is, I'm gonna call this just brown finish. And I don't know if this ink is dry or not, so that's hard to know. But this ink is. Here's my Amarillo. Toasty Joggers. So honestly had no idea what this was in there, but it is a brown. I actually really like, look at those look very, very sleek, very not me pens. But I think I did them for the Schmidt nibs. I'm sure of it. Now that I know that they are Schmidt nibs, I'm sure that somebody told me it was a Schmidt nib and that I should try them out because I love Schmidt nibs. So those are nice. I am buying less like cheap pens lately, but I do have quite a few in my collection just because I do like to give them away. I mentioned that a few times, and I also just, yeah, I don't know. I like to have different pens for different inks. Now this one, I don't know how I found it. I think I found it because on the box. This is a Pilot, I guess it is the 78G. And everywhere online, I'm finding it for about $20. I could not find it on Amazon because I looked it up earlier because I was trying to figure out what it was. But I have no idea why I got this. I'm sure it was because I liked this swan on the box. I'm pretty positive. But this is a fine. It is a gold fine nib. And does it have a converter? It has their crappy converter, but it does have a converter. Now, the question is, do I ink this up? I don't know, because I have so many inked up right now, but because I know how pilots work. I know how pilots work. This, though, I want to see. Let me take that fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got... Sometimes when, especially before all the tariff stuff, I would spend time just like perusing AliExpress and trying different things. And so this is the 78G, and on eBay when I was looking, like, because they have them on eBay, these are about $20, and I think they have this white, they have a black, and I think they have a red. I don't think that there's that many. I don't know if this is if this is a newer pen or if this is kind of one of their older pens that they're kind of phasing out or what, but it is kind of a classy looking, lower cost pen. I want to compare size-wise to KaCo. It is shorter and thinner. Let's see, without their caps. Yeah, it is shorter and thinner. Now, I have talked about how I don't post my pens. However, I will say I do post my Pilot KaCo's. So I was finding that I do. So especially because they're ones that I do throw in my purse. And this one would be comfortable posted as kind of a lower cost option. If you want something, because let's be real, okay, if we're going to be real, as cute as these are, they don't look classy, where this one you could have on a desk and it would look like a nice pen kind of thing, where this one just kind of looks like a desk pen. I've actually had more people run off with my Pilot KaCo's than I have like my Metropolitans, because this looks like, maybe not this one, but this one looks, you know, it looks sleeker. It looks like a more expensive pen, because it is not that much, but it is. And so I'm wondering if having one like this, because my Gin House get picked up less than the KaCo's. But I mean, oh, that one doesn't have it because I switched that out. That's a CM. But I mean, how can you go wrong with the little smiley faces, right? And I love that the Mataromi line has the gold nibs with the smiley faces. So cute. Okay, I digress. But that is this one. We should test the nib. At least test the nib. Dip test. What do I have here? Let's dip test it with... Which one do I want to dip test? How about the Saskatoon? Saskatoon. Mostly because I I want to ink this. I do want to ink this, but I want to get through some of my pens. I also want to get a different converter because I really don't like the Pilot converters. Oh yeah, see, that's a good Pilot nib. But this is the Pilot 78G in a fine nib, and this is white. I don't know if that's the actual name of it or if they call it something else. I'm guessing they just call it white because it's one of their lower cost pens, but it doesn't really say. It just says 78G. Yeah, so, and it says 78G right there. It's a pretty box. I mean, I wanna cut that off, or it's inside. I wanna cut that out and glue it in somewhere because I think it's so cute. But yeah, and this ink is Gourmet Pens, Ink Institute Gourmet Pens. Ink Institute Gourmet Pens, and this one is Saskatoon Berry Pie. I wonder what Saskatoon is. I like the sound of that. Saskatoon Berry Pie. I saw this. I did see Saskatoon Berry Pie on somebody's channel, and I thought that was really cool. I liked this color. I'm going to dip it one more time, get it really in there so I can make sure that I've got everything. Saskatoon Berry Pie. Yeah, so I want to compare this nib with another one of my finds, so that's why I'm kind of doing this. That one wasn't a fine. Is this one a fine? Yeah. And Pilot 78G. And now the hard part is, is this ink dry, or would it do this? See, this feels almost like my extra fine. Is this my extra fine? No, that's my medium. I have an extra fine in one of these KaCo. I only have one extra fine. Is it? Nope, it wasn't this one. It's not this one. Fine. Fine. I know it's silver, so once I find the silver, I bet it's this pink one right here. Watch this. Extra fine. Yeah, so. Oh, did I empty this? I did. Darn it. Let's see. I just want to see if it's the nib, because I have not cleaned the nib out. You know, I know that sometimes you need to when you get them and you open them. Yeah. Interesting, because this is a Pilot extra fine KaCo. I only have one extra fine because I don't really always love extra fine, and I think that Pilots are extra fine. But I wanted to have one for my document ink. So yeah, this is definitely extra fine. That's definitely more of an extra fine, which is interesting. I don't know if let me know if any of you are really big KaCo or Pilot steel nib users, and if you've experienced where some of your fines write like an extra fine, because I haven't. I have found that my Pilots, and grant you, I only have whatever I have here. That's all I've ever had. And I know you can have a lot more than just this. I feel like I have a lot. But if you find that they are a little bit varying, because I have not found that to be the case, so I don't know if it's just a different model, but they use the same nibs. It looks like it's the same nib and same feed. I mean, yeah, it is the same nib and same feed. So I don't know, because if my extra fine is writing the same as this one when I dip them. That's telling me this one might just be an extra fine, which is okay. I'm okay with that. But I do like this pen. I like that. I like how thin it is and how it feels, because sometimes it's just kind of nice to have like it feels like this. It feels like this, only this one's heavier, which is, I like that heaviness in this, but it feels like I'm holding a pen like this. So anyway, that is all that I have for you today. Is just I had some odds and ends, some loose ends. This guy that I'm really excited about him. I'm really excited about having this one, just because I think it's going to be really nice to have that for swatching and whatnot. And then yeah, and then I have these pens, so I'm really excited. Let me know if you've had a KaCo Edge. Let me know what you think of them. Let me know, just let me know, is there another color of the Sarasa Grand I should have, or like a Sarasa pen? I only have had a couple. I had the brown, which I like too, and I've had a green. I've had this one and a couple others, not very many. So yeah, let me know. Blah blah blah. Okay, I am going to go because my brain is now fried, because one, I've been studying all morning, and then two, this is, yeah, I don't know. But I'm so glad that you were here today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you once I put these over here. I will see you in the next one, and I really enjoyed having you. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. So leave me an emoji. I don't know. What emoji? Leave me a fish, just cause you can. All right, talk to you later. Bye.